Shell Oil, Health, Security, Safety, the Environment and Social Performance, or HSSE and SP policy statement. Every Shell company has a systematic approach to HSSE and SP management designed to ensure compliance with the law and to achieve continuous performance improvement, sets targets for improvement and measures, appraises and reports performance, requires contractors to manage HSSE and SP in line with this policy, requires joint ventures under its operational control to apply this policy, and uses its influence to promote it in its other adventures, engages effectively with neighbours and impacted communities, and includes HSSE and SP performance in the appraisal of staff and rewards accordingly. This is an example of a security policy statement from Royal Dutch Shell, found on their public website. As you can see, the statement clearly defines the measures that the company has in place with regards to health, security, safety, the environment and social performance. By making these measures available to the general public, staff, joint venture partners, contractors, clients and communities all have a clear understanding of the policy commitments and expectations of the company. Levels of accountability are best defined in an accountability framework or similar document. An accountability framework should establish a clear chain or hierarchy of accountability and responsibility from the host nation down through all levels of the organizations. The framework should define its scope and clearly state individual levels of responsibility and accountability to everyone who falls within that scope. Other features of an accountability framework can include review timings and review procedures and common standards and methods of enforcing them. The following section looks at a hierarchy of accountability for security. We need to understand this to determine who is responsible for managing risks and who is accountable for lapses in security that result in security incidents, attacks, and fatalities. The answer is multi-layered and can be thought of as a hierarchy of accountability from the host nation to the individual staff member. Everyone involved is accountable or responsible to different degrees in the overall risk management system. At a minimum, there will be the host government, senior management, security manager or security focal point, and the individual staff members involved in the hierarchy. Policy is a formal statement by the UN system that commits its organizations and their personnel falling under the UNSMS or United Nations Security Management System to a set of global principles and objectives. Policy documents are the highest form of guidance specific to the UNSMS and articulate the UN system's institutional position, intent, direction, or expectations for the UNSMS. A policy is the basis of institutional consistency in managing security processes or issues and lays down principles for the achievement of one or more goals. UNSMS policies are issued following endorsement of the IASMN or Interagency Security Management Network and approval by the HLCM or High Level Committee on Management. They are compiled in the Security Policy Manual or SPM, also known as the Blue Book. Compliance is mandatory. This definition is taken from the United Nations Security Management System Policy Manual. Note how the definition makes use of terms regarding commitment, principles, objectives, intent, expectations, consistency, goals. It also confirms the endorsement and commitment of the highest levels of both the Security Management Network and Committee on Management. Finally, it states very clearly that compliance is mandatory.